guys, welcome to my almost fully completed kitchen. I'm so excited to finally reveal to you guys how it's looking. It's been a very long process and I've actually, most of it has been done for a few weeks, but I didn't really want to show it until we were close enough to the finished product. So it's not perfect by any means. I still have to get a vent cover or a vent hood to go over the oven. You can see the wires right there. So that still needs to be done. And then I do have some paint touch-ups I have to do tonight even. Besides that, it's basically complete. So I feel like I can show you, or at least give you an update of how it's looking. And I cannot, express how happy I am to finally be back here and to be able to use my kitchen. And having people over has been so much fun, being able to stand in the kitchen and actually have conversations with people in the dining room or the living room. It's just been so wonderful. Although it was a journey full of a lot of ups and downs with our contractors and a lot more money than we planned on, I definitely feel like I'm happy we did it. I feel like it looks a bajillion times better. I've learned so much about just the process of actually really renovating a space and how much work really goes into taking down a wall and demoing stuff and moving on appliances and even the cleanup afterwards. You would not believe how many different nooks and crannies I found dust and rubble from the wall being torn down. It's just a lot of learning lessons, but I am really happy we did it at the end of the day because I think it looks amazing and I am very excited to share it with you guys. One of the main things that I just actually changed a few nights ago is the wall paint color in there. Originally I had painted it the same pure white shade that I did the ceiling with, and I didn't mind it. I thought in my head, I was like, oh, it'll just be a nice flow, get your eyes moving upwards, but it just started to feel a little bit sterile in there. And I think it's because our lights are a very neutral color. They're not overly warm, so it was just giving a little bit of a hospital vibe, and I was really not vibing with it. So I actually went to the Sharon Williams store and had them color match our actual cabinetry, which I know on camera it probably looks a little bit different than even in person, but it's kind of a beigey gray color. I took that in one of our extra doors and they color matched it. So that color matched color is actually what is now all over the walls on the top, and I think it looks so good. It really warmed up the space, but it still feels bright and keeps your eye going upwards. And if you noticed, the cabinets go the whole way up to the ceiling. So we did the 40-inch cabinetry because I just wanted to have as much possible storage as we could. It's not a big kitchen. We don't actually even have a pantry, so every square inch of storage for us is really crucial. And that was another reason why when we did the island here, you can see we actually decided to basically do 2 full sets of cabinets and just combine them. So these are all fully functional cabinet doors full of our stuff, and I love it. All this stuff that I've been able to put in here is what I had in my storage benches under the window, or I even kept some of it upstairs in the attic. I just didn't have room to keep half the stuff that we had. There's just so much room. I even have empty drawers. I never thought I'd say that. I got rid of my mugs and stuff thinking I need to purge and make room in the cabinets, but no, I actually might need to buy more stuff to fill everything out. So I'm not going to complain. I love the gain of storage, and I think even as we move forward one day, if we don't live here forever, the next person who lives here will also appreciate, I'm sure, how much storage we've added to the place. On my left here, we have a little mini wall, and that is where they were able to relocate all of our HVAC system that we actually had in the wall that was torn down. So that was rerouted through there upstairs into our guest bedroom, and then we also have a vent right here on the floor which helps the kitchen and dining room stay cool or warm. The kitchen, it just got so stuffy before the wall came down because that vent on the other side of the wall was the only vent nearby. So it was mainly getting pushed into the dining room, not into the kitchen. So now that it's all open, I can already tell that the temperature is just so much better regulated, and I love that because when I'm cooking, I'm not trying to sweat my ass off, So I'm loving how it's flowing in here, and it's just been great. Functionally, it's been great. just having my own space back's been great, and I love a challenge of restyling things and going out of my comfort zone, and I feel like I'm able to do that with this kitchen because I've never done a project like this. I'll go ahead and take you into the kitchen now and show you like a little bit up close some of the little details and stuff. Here we are in the little baking corners, I like to call it. So I have my stand mixer, and then I actually organize all of my baking stuff to be in here, which it's just wonderful. I love all of it. I can reach here, get my flour, my sugar, my baking pans, just everything I need, and then I can plug my little mixer in right here and I can actually bake. And that is so great because before I was having to bake on the hutch. Like I'd have to put my stand mixer on the hutch to actually use it. So that already is so much nicer than before. I do want to kind of get these pull-out drawer things I've seen that you can put into shelves and then you can like slide them out. That way, you know, if I have like little bags of like sugar or baking soda, I don't have to like reach back around for them. I can kind of just pull them out. So that's definitely on my list. And then coming into the main part of the kitchen, here's the stove, our new stove we got. So I ended up paying $1,200 for the brand new stove and our dishwasher that's over here. So we did replace both those appliances. The fridge we kept. It is like, I think from 04 or 2005, but it works. So, you know, I'm not gonna complain. We did replace those two appliances, which I'm really happy we did. We just had to do this stove because we had an island now, and I guess you can't have, you know, the type of stove we had before where the back comes up high. It had to be a slide-in range. So that was mainly the main motivation of buying a new one. I have made a little espresso coffee area. So I have my little Smeg espresso machine and this little bean grinder that Ben got me. And I just love making coffee here in the mornings. It's been so nice. I used to actually have my espresso machine over in the tiny corner next to the fridge. It was fine, but like it was tight in there. So this is nice just to be over here and be able to just like move around actually. You might notice it looks a little bit different here, and that's because we actually swapped where the refrigerator was before. So the fridge used to be on the other side and this little cabinet was switched, and I just felt like it kind of made it feel so claustrophobic and blocked up in this area. So we ended up just having them switch it, and we did the same exact size cabinet next to the fridge that was there before. We just obviously replaced it. I think this little corner is so cute. I still have to figure out decorating it because I'm still getting everything settled, but I put my little kettle there, my syrups, and then some of these cups I really love, so I thought I would like hang them up there. And then if you look up, I have a glass cabinet here with all my favorite mugs. This cabinet's fully empty because like I said, there's just so much room. And then you can, oh, there's Maisie. Hello. Hi. I turned this little area into my little coffee drawers. And one thing I really loved about the IKEA cabinets is all the deep drawers, you could order an inset like little drawer to go with it. And I thought that was so cool. So I have like a drawer within a drawer, and I just love how that is, and everything is soft close. I have not had soft close drawers for a long time, so I really love it. Like you can see here, the same thing, and then we have like a built-in little drawer above it. And I don't know if we opted in, I think it's not included, like you have to add it on, but we did choose to do this for all the upper drawers. The lower ones we didn't go with the inner drawer too, but for the uppers I thought it'd be nice. So like all my bowls and stuff, and then you can pull this out and see our knives and like extra utensils. So I just thought that was really cool and a good way to optimize storage. You can see we added beat board all over the walls. Me and Ben did all the trim work here. Like we cut all this, framed this out. We added all the trim up here that goes the whole way around. You can see over there we added some. And in this corner, and then we also had the baseboards we had to add. There was really shitty little baseboards before. They were so tiny, I mean probably 1.5 inches, and I just didn't like them, so I just bought this like 4-inch tall one that I thought looked way nicer. So we did those, and then we ended up reusing for the molding around the window. This was already there, so we just had to recut it to actually like fit around the cabinet was the only thing, because oh god, so much to say about IKEA cabinets. They're really nice, but one thing that did happen was they sent us so many of the wrong sizes of cabinets. So the configuration actually is completely different than what was actually originally designed when I ordered everything. Like this cabinet, they mismeasured, so it's too big, which is why it's, you know, we had to cut the window trim to allow for it. And then actually we bought another sink that was 25 inches wide, and they accidentally sent us a 24-inch cabinet. So obviously you're not gonna fit a 25-inch sink into a 24-inch cabinet. So I would have had to then reorder a bigger cabinet, and then also in that way return this one at the end because it wouldn't fit, and then probably exchange the 24-inch over here for an 18-inch just to make this stupid sink fit. So me and Ben ended up just going to IKEA. We went and bought the smaller sink that's only 21 inches. I think it looks beautiful. I love the sink that we ended up with, but oh my gosh, like, just be warned, you might experience that if you order. Just, I don't know if it's their logistics or what went wrong with the delivery, but we got probably, I'd say, a third of everything we ordered was wrong, maybe even half. And like for me, I don't know, I just feel like that's a pretty bad ratio to have that much wrong when we paid so much money for the cabinet. So I have mixed feelings. I do think that they're really nice. I love how they have unique features and like you can kind of customize them. Like the actual base frame of the cabinets doesn't have any of the side panels on it or trim or the doors. Like you could really do whatever you wanted with these cabinet frames, so I think that's super cool. I didn't order everything with them, like our handles. I ended up just getting on Amazon actually. I didn't use the ones that I thrifted. They just were too small for the drawers. That's okay, I'll find another project to use those for, but I just got these ones on Amazon and I really love how they look. I did a mix of like little knob pulls and then handles, and I like the mix of everything. I think it helps tie in like the multi metals I have going on here, because I have brass, I have touches of stainless steel, I have like chrome on my Smeg espresso machine. Like, I don't know, I feel like it really ties everything together, so I did like those. Besides that though, everything else for the cabinets was from IKEA. Yeah, I'll give them a, I guess, 7.5 out of 10 just because they messed up the order, but I love how they look. They look gorgeous. I love the color of them. Wasn't even sure if I was gonna love it because I'm not like a huge gray person, but I really think that like the beigey gray color, it just looks so like European farmhousey to me. Like I just get that vibe and I really love it. You might notice our dining room over here has changed how it's looked. I kind of rearranged the dining room once we got the kitchen done because it just didn't feel right anymore. Like having such a big formal dining table just took up too much room almost, and it felt crowded and it was harder to open the island doors and stuff. Not to mention, like once the wall came down, we basically moved 30 inches into the dining room, so you're losing almost 3 feet of space. So the table was just not working, so I ended up taking the leaf out of the dining table, and now we just have 4 chairs, which is perfect for us. I have extra chairs downstairs if people come over. That's what worked for us, was just to take the leaf out of the table and make it a little bit smaller. Our dining hutch that I like decorated, I had it on the other wall originally just because that's where it fit. There was no room over there. I had a bar cart before, and now I moved the hutch there, and I think it's perfect. Like, it's such a pretty view when you're standing in the kitchen and then you look over and see it, and I just love that. And I didn't even notice that it had a beat board like backing on it, so it literally ties almost the 2 rooms together. I think doing the beat board, painting it green, painting all the walls on top, the cabinet color, moving the hutch with the beat board background over there, like everything just is starting to flow and make sense, and I'm really, really loving it, and I can like see it start to come together. so happy, and I'm sorry that I did not end up like filming everything. Honestly, this has been such an emotional process. It's a very stressful thing to do a big renovation and to not be able to live fully in your house for a long extended period of time. So I'm glad I've been through it now, so I know what to expect if I ever end up in this situation again. But I am so happy with how it turned out. There's so many just beautiful details and love that's been put into this kitchen, and I can't wait to like continue to do that. I have so many ideas. I'm actually, you know, waiting on artwork to come in and a few like different dish pieces. So for now, this is what it's looking like. I'm loving it, and I hope you guys enjoyed seeing the reveal, and make sure to click that subscribe button so you do not miss out on any of the next videos. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye.